What's up, family? I was checking out this piece of this video on YouTube. O'Shea Jackson, that's his name. He's a brother who put together a nice little piece on Travis Hunter and his girlfriend. See, Travis Hunter is a brother, and Travis Hunter's girlfriend, she's not. She's a Hispanic. But the thing about it, they are a beautiful couple, in my opinion. I've seen their videos. They done went on vacations together. And it seems like genuine love. You say, well, she's after his money. Well, first of all, he's just starting out. They've been dating. I'm assuming they've been dating since last year when he was at Jackson State. But that's not the problem or the point. Whether she's after his money or not, which I don't believe she is. I believe that these young people have a genuine love for each other. But this is the problem. We as black people, sometimes we always looking for the negative. See, when you put your kids in neighborhoods where there's not a lot of them, and you talk about, oh, they should find him a black husband or a black wife or whatever. If you living in a neighborhood where it's diverse, or the majority don't look like you, and they're going to school with these people, those are usually the people they're going to fall in love with. That's why you see it, so many young black men, they out there and they're dating these white girls because their parents are living in white neighborhoods, or they're going to white schools, and you're going to gravitate to the people that you are, most in contact with. But yet we always talk about black love when we, the so-called grown-ups, sometimes we don't even demonstrate black love. So how are you going to tell people about black love when you don't even demonstrate black love for your own fellow brother or your own fellow brother or sister? But we want everybody, black love. If it happens, it happens. In this type of modern world that we live in, you can kiss that goodbye. It ain't going to be like it was. See, Umar Johnson always talks about, snow bunnies and all that kind of stuff, like, making such a big deal. To me, he don't need to be making no videos about LeBron James' son, Bronny. Bronny is a young man who goes to a private school that's what? Majority all white. So what is he going to see every day when he goes to class or in his neighborhood? All white. If he wants to date that girl, so be it. He's a young man. He can make his own goddamn decision. We don't need somebody telling other people who they date when we never see who he dates. I said this before. I'm a fan of Brother Umar Johnson, but it's like sometimes when it comes to somebody dating, you can be a Pan-African, and that's what you do. Everybody don't want to be a Pan-Africanist. When you start to marry, my brother, when you start to marry and get yourself a black queen, as you always claiming, when you go to traveling to all these different cities, when you go and get you a black queen, then we can start talking about what other people probably should do. But until then, I really don't want to hear that shit no more. And I'm pretty sure most people don't want to hear that shit no more. Of course, black man should, if he's, should marry his own. But then again, we don't live in that world. And we never did. When it happened, it happened. When it don't, it just don't. When black love learns to come together and start loving each other, and that means the men and the women, when our women stop putting out more content, because our brothers ain't putting out that type of content like our sisters are putting out the damn near the destruction of the black man by saying shit a lot of times, all because something happened to one female or two or three or four, and then they put it on the whole goddamn black man race, as if we all are like that, and we're all not like that. Just like all the sisters ain't like that. But see, sometimes you need your sisters to come out and speak up more so, instead of being, well, I'm not like that, so I'm not going to say nothing. Well, that's fine, because the few that are saying it are out-trumping the ones that don't. And that's why you got to make videos to try to say, hey, this is what's going on. When are you going to open up your mouth and come out for your brothers? Because all black men ain't like that. If you do the statistics, you would know black men were in the house before all these so-called movement, county, Me Too, this and that, modern day, all this bullshit that come out. But then again, that's fine too. Because if that's the way you want to live your life, thinking that all black men or thinking that black men ain't no good, that's fine. You live your life the way you want to. So if a young man in his teens, in his early 20s, want to be with a white girl, a Hispanic girl, an Asian girl, or whatever kind of girl, so be it. Let it go. When you move to these certain neighborhoods, that's what you're going to get. If you want a black man, a young black man, if you got a son, you want your young black son to be with a girl that looks like him, then keep him in a neighborhood that looks like him. Or just leave it alone. Because you know what? This group nowadays, this generation, they're finding love in other places outside their own community. And that goes for all these brothers and sisters that are the rainbow, let's say. And no, I ain't talking about that kind of rainbow. They're finding love in other places. You don't have to be with a black man. You don't have to be with a black woman. And this is the neighborhoods that you're putting them in. So you're telling them without telling them, or you don't have to be with a black man. Or it's like your black man's over there, or your black girl's over there. Go over in that neighborhood. We're going to stay over here in the suburbs, but we want you to go back over there to the hood and be with them. You're going to go to school. We're going to leave you in this school over here so you can continue to be with her or him. And that's what parents are doing. And then yet, because the parents who have a little success, I'm pretty sure they ain't looking at their kids and say, well, you know what, you need to. I'm pretty sure LeBron is saying, Bronny, you need to be with a black woman because your mama's black. I'm pretty sure he ain't had a conversation. I'm pretty sure Mahomes' father ain't told him, look, Patrick, I know your mama's white, but I want you to be with a black woman. Patrick Mahomes married a white woman. And a lot of these other guys, stars, are marrying white women or women that ain't black. We need to start leaving that alone until we learn ourselves and learn to love ourselves and stop always putting down each other before we start trying to tell our kids. How you gonna tell your kids something when you doing the opposite and hating on your own black man or your own black woman? But black men really don't tell their daughters or their sons, don't be with a black man. Get yourself ahead. It happens. We ain't out there condoning or pushing them towards. It just happens. But sisters need to stop with all this rhetoric about hating on a black man, saying what we do and what we don't, because that's a lie. And you give these other people, these other communities, you put that shit in their head. You poison what you do. You poison yourself. You poison your children. And you poison other communities. Or you try to poison other communities, because a lot of females out there, they want a black man. They'll tell you, black man treats me right. They'll tell you my community, my man don't treat me right, but the black man treats me right. But as long as you keep perpetuating this type of negative type love, understand one thing. This is going to keep on going for generations. So all this black love, we should love the black man or we should love the black woman, as long as you keep putting that hate out there that you spewing every day about the black man, then basically young black men gonna always gravitate towards another race. And if they're happy and there's genuine love, so be it. Let them be happy. Let them be happy. Just because you're miserable, let your kids be happy. As long as there's genuine love and they're not just doing it to get back at you. And there's love that's really involved. But until then, I really don't want to hear no more of that black love shit when we don't even try to show love. We show more hate towards each other than we show love. So until we learn how to show more love, I don't give a shit. And I done married 2 black women. I've been married twice to 2 of them. For over 35, almost 36 years. So I don't ever want nobody ever tell you, well, one, you can't tell me shit no way. Get married. Show real black love by marrying, not being baby mamas or baby daddies. Be husbands, be wives. Don't be hypocrites when it comes to black love. Peace.